Attention, citizens of planet Earth. This is a public service announcement. We have come to tell you that everything that you have been told.
We're back. LockEmUp Hoops, Realistic Randy with Mastermind BoldBarry. We just talked about Draymond Green's Game 5 suspension with the flagrant one. He will be suspended. If the Warriors happen to win, apparently it's been reported he's allowed to come to the post-game celebration. So just stay at a nearby hotel and get to catch an Uber after they win. That's if they win. BoldBarry, let's start with you. Now that we know Draymond Green, he's going to be out Game 5, what do you expect to happen between the Warriors and Cavaliers out here in Oracle?
Well, I still think they're going to pull it off. I mean, they have played one game without Draymond, and they did lose that game, but this is a whole different scenario here. This is the NBA Finals. Steph Curry is playing off momentum. I believe that whole scrap at the end of the game is going to carry some momentum and some weight for the better team because LeBron, he was taken out of his game that incident, and that just tells you that, you know, if he's breaking down and reacting like that, what's going on in the heads of the others? And, you know, they're going into the Oracle. You know, the Oracle's going to be ready. They popped champagne in Quickens Loans last year. I don't think they're trying to do that again this year. But, you know, with that whole situation with Draymond, I still think they're going to pull it off because they're still too deep. They're going to be riding off the energy of the fans. You know, I'm going to keep bringing up the others as I did when we first started talking about, you know, the breakdown of the series. The others are a huge part of the situation. I mean, you know, JR Swiss Cheese holding the game. He's going to be doing what he always does. I think he only shot the ball once or zero times in the second half of last game, actually. And Kevin Love, I mean, we don't know if RJ is going to start. We don't know if Kevin Love's going to start. I mean, the $118 million man, I believe it is,
13.
coming off the bench, turning 13, coming off the bench just, you know, after his chocolate milk ran out and, you know, his chicken nuggets weren't tasting good and he's dizzy but can play and Space Jam powers were taken away after he got blown by stuff. But, you know, that's beyond me.
Preach.
You know, we won't see what's going on. We won't see what's going on until the game tonight. But Steph and them, I won't say in order for them to win tonight, Steph and Clay have to drop 40 and 30 like a lot of people have been, you know, saying. But they do have to play exceptionally well. They can't have the game, I believe, 1, 2, and 3 performances versus the other night. They can't perform like that. They have to perform like they did the last game in order to really pull off that win. That's for sure. In Cleveland, the only way they pull this off is if, you know, LeBron, I'm not even going to say if LeBron goes berserk because we saw LeBron went berserk last year and just didn't win. He lost 4-2, but that's beyond me too. We're going to talk about this year. But he just has to, I guess, hope that his team is really, you know, there mentally because I'm just going to bring that excuse up now that the others just aren't there. But this is the same others that are now healthy. So with that being said, what do you guys say? And I'm also going to say it's my fault. Warriors in 5. I've been screaming it from the beginning. 5.
Yes, you have.
You have been.
Warriors in 5. So.
This is a big game right here. It's a closeout game for the Warriors, and not having Draymond there is a big loss. But I think Steph is mentally prepared. I think Clay's mentally prepared. I think Iggy's ready. I think the whole squad's ready to. You know, this is for the repeat right here. So
exactly.
I think they will take it tonight as well. My only question is who will start in Draymond's place. Is it going to be Anderson Varejao? Is Iggy going to start? But the only thing about that is you're going to need someone off the bench. Is that Sean Livingston? Is Brandon Rush play some? McAdoo. So I'm expecting. He
lost some good minutes.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. They're definitely going to need some of Draymond's playmaking and his defensive intensity. So I kind of see Anderson Varejao probably starting, maybe playing like a good 15 minutes, not too much. Exactly, just because, and kind of just, you know, rotating him and Iggy out the whole time because you do need Iguodala in there against LeBron, and someone will need to guard Kevin Love because I'm sure whoever will start in his place, Kevin Love, he should get off. But we're talking about Kevin Love here, the guy who
chocolate milkman
who benched himself for RJ and who would rather let a 15-year-old veteran play instead of him, which is still beyond me at this point. So
just doesn't have it, man.
I just want to know if he will start Game 5. For me as a fan, I want to see Kevin Love. I want to see if he's going to answer the bell. But LeBron, we already know what LeBron has to do. He's going to have to show up in the fourth quarter. Don't be passive. We know that's what he likes to do. They say he's not a scorer. He's not a scorer, but he's going to break every single scoring record that's possible. So totally disagree with that. Kyrie will have to be efficient tonight as well. J.R. Smith or J.R. Swish in your estimate, he's gonna have to hit his threes, and he's gonna have to be aggressive and not fade away in the fourth quarter as well. So I think it's over. I think it's a close one. I think it's a battle. I think Steph pulls away and has his 3 daggers or whatever he does. I think the shimmy's coming.
Must be like, I'm back.
Exactly. So I think the repeat's here. I kind of want to see another game though. I hate watching, game 5 and sweeps and playoffs, but
I love
looks like
what
it's
happens to LeBron.
It's LeBron. I understand for you, but I'm just sad that the NBA is about to end soon. It's like, what am I gonna do now? I know football's coming, but this. I think this is the last game tonight, and I think Steph ultimately holds that MVP trophy. He better get that MVP trophy. I don't want to see Iguodala, Harrison Barnes get it again. So Harrison Barnes has a chance to get it too. He's been playing really well.
Draymond, even though Draymond got suspended, but Draymond is great. That's what I think too. I also disagree with that suspension because it kind of kills his hopes of being Finals MVP.
I have no idea who will get MVP. Everyone has been sporadic this whole playoff. So, championships. So it'll be interesting to find, but I think they'll still give it to Steph if they win tonight.
I think the role players of the Cavaliers. Look, you remember? I think it was Game 3. Game 3, if I'm not mistaken. Before that game, Charles Barkley was talking to Michael Wilbon and I want to say Lindsey Zarniak of ESPN, and he was saying, "Look, for the starters, for the stars of each team, they're going to be fine. It takes a certain level of arrogance, if you will, certain level of confidence to be able to go, whether it's at home or away on the road, to be able to do your thing." But the role players is very important because and Chuck said this verbatim. He said they need pats on the back. So when they're at home, like, we saw games 1 and 2, right? When they got beat by plus 48 in those first 2 games the Cavaliers did. They went back home and suddenly, they beat the Warriors by 30 in the first game, and then they lost by, what was it, 10 or 11 in Game 4. In Game 4. So, yeah, J.R. Smith, he wasn't doing that well, but, I mean, the role players, they stepped up a little bit because Cleveland's behind them. They've got the support of the crowd. Now you have to go to Oracle, where you're not going to get any pats on the back. It's going to be up to you to try to figure out, are you going to step up or are you not? Besides that point, I'm interested to see what the starting lineup is for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, if you're going to start Kevin Love at the 4, I say bring Iguodala in at the 3 so he can guard LeBron, and put Harrison Barnes at the 4 on Kevin Love. Just put him out there. If he's just going to be a stretch 4 and he's just going to take J's and do all this stuff, put Harrison Barnes is lengthy. My only criticism, I've been very vocal about Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is a fine player. This dude can ball when he wants to. The problem that I have with Harrison Barnes, I compare him to Andrew Wiggins. I don't know. I know what Sean Livingston is going to do. I know the aggressiveness that Klay Thompson is going to do. I know what Iguodala is going to do. I know what Andrew Bogut in the limited minutes that he's going to play. I even know what if Steph Curry if he's not going to fall asleep like he did through games 1 and 3. I know the aggression that he's going to show. The only player on that Warriors squad that I cannot give, I can't tell you what's going to happen. There is no rhyme or reason to this dude is Harrison Barnes. Now, he has been playing well as of late.
He's playing real good.
He's playing really well, and, he's going to be looking for a big contract. I'd like to see more consistently from him. But if Kevin Love's if he's going to start the 4, put Harrison Barnes on him. You'll be just fine, and leave Andrew Bogut down there to, command the paint. I think they'll be just fine. I expect the Golden State Warriors to win this game. I expect Steph Curry to carry that momentum. He knows that forget the fact that he's got the crowd behind him. He knows all the noise that he's heard, and I wish we had a podcast after Game 3. I was ready to destroy this dude. In fact, I've been critical of him, but I've been too nice in my criticism, saying, all right, Steph, it's only going to be a matter of time before you can keep this passive stuff up. And he got completely exposed in Game 3 for Stephen A. Smith said, as far as just not being there, being asleep or whatever it is. But he knows he needs to step up. He knows Draymond Green's not there. He's got the crowd behind him. Those dudes are going to be ready to go. And again, with that and the Cavaliers, with the role players, they have to suddenly, pretend like they're in at Quicken Loans Arena. So I expect the Golden State. I think it's going to be a close game. I really actually think it's going to be. I would say at the end,
it's gonna be a blowout.
I don't know. I think at the end the Warriors might win by 10 or 12. They might
The
pull
Warriors
away.
go up
But
12.
I think I expect the Golden State Warriors to win this game. I'll say something probably similar to what it was in Game 4. Somewhere along, they're going to put up at least 105 points. I'll say
easily.
I'll say 107 to 94, 95, something like that.
Yeah. Let's be fair to Harrison though. He is playing with Klay Thompson, Steph Curry.
Oh, don't start. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's taking away shots.
That's taking away shots. No. I'm saying no. This is what I'm saying about Harrison Barnes. I don't care even if you're he's not a consistent fourth option on that team. I'm saying even in his role as the fourth option, I don't know what to expect. I know what Sean Livingston coming off the bench is going to do. I don't know what Harrison Barnes is going to do. He will disappear. He will disappear for majority of games. I've watched this dude day in and day out for a couple of years now. He will disappear. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just gonna give you a point about that because I agree with you, realistic Randy. Like past 10 games, right? Harrison Barnes 11, 7, 11, 6, 9, 5, 13, 5, 18. Like you know what I'm saying? Inconsistency. I've been saying the same thing too.
Yeah.
Playing with this just goes into my point is this: how many teams do you know if Steph Curry is having 3 bad nights that your team is still going to win?
Oh, he's stepping up. Yeah.
It's just crazy. I'm just going to say, like, Golden State
on him,
so
though.
deep. Like, I'm saying, like, Steph Curry hasn't played well for 3 games, and they were still up 2-0, and now they're up 3-1. So it's like, how many teams do you know that's deep?
You're right.
Harrison will fill in one game.
Harrison will put up like 18.
You're right.
Barbosa will come in. It's just weird how that happens. So,
but if Harrison Barnes, go ahead.
I feel like Harrison Barnes is a part of that big 3 on the low. I always felt that way.
But
like,
it's a big 3. I just
but
think
it's Iguodala for sure now. But like,
yeah.
I always felt that way.
I just think, watch this. If Harrison Barnes is not on this team next year, I guarantee he's gonna put up 18 or 15 or 18 in this next team.
I don't know.
I just think
15. I'll give you 15.
I
don't know about 18.
If you're playing with Steph, that's taking away a lot of shots. You got Draymond. I mean, the ball's not in his hands.
You're right. You're right. His shots are being taken away. I'm saying the shots that he puts up when he does get the ball. I'm saying the times when, because you're right, but it's law of averages. We know like Kevin Love. Kevin Love, for everyone, including you guys, and we're going to talk about this in the next segment. Look, I know the fact that he's the third person there is going to take away from his productivity. Same thing with Harrison Barnes. He's the fourth option on that team. We all know this. But I'm talking about when he does have the ball. When he is trying to make something happen, this dude, I don't know what. There were times he'll make a play, and it's like, where the hell you been, man? Where was this before for the last 15 minutes of the game? And then, look, throughout these finals, he's been playing well. He has been stepping up, doing his thing. I totally agree. My problem is, I cannot count on that. I need to see more from him. I think I'm being fair when I'm saying I need to see more from him. If I'm the Milwaukee Bucks, all these teams, Brooklyn, they're going to give him a max contract because they're terrible and they have no choice. But if I'm an objective thinker, now if I'm an objective GM, I'm saying to myself, look, I want to see more from Harrison Barnes. I want to see you do more. But you may not have a choice because he's going to be a free agent, so someone's going to have to pay him a lot. But I want to see more from him just in the role that he is. Live up to the role that you're doing, and hell yeah, you're going to do whatever you want. My thing is the role that he's been assigned to, he hasn't been consistent at it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
By the way, I did see that the Warriors were looking to extend or match whatever offer that he was getting out there.
Good luck. That's gonna be
What was it like? Was it like 9? There's offers. Was talking about 95, 100 million? It's the fourth option. All right, man.
But if you want the team as deep as it will be, I want to see. See, my thing about, I know we're getting off topic, but my thing is I want to see the fillers who are going to fill in for like the Harrison Barnes, because Iguodala is getting older too. He's like 32 right now.
Like 32 now, yeah.
Sean Livingston's 31, 32. Barbosa's 32, 33. So I want to see who they fill in the years come up. So that's interesting to me.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'll have any problems with getting somebody to come play with those guys anyway.
So we all expect the Warriors to win Game 5 at Oracle tonight. We'll see. Coming up next, Kevin Love. We've talked about Kevin Love a couple of times. MasterMin and BoldBarry. They have been very critical on the Drop and Dine State Farm guy, Kevin Love. This is LockEmUp Hoops Podcast. I'm Realistic Randy with MasterMin and BoldBarry.
Attention, citizens of planet Earth. This is a public service announcement. tell you that everything that you have been told